Right, welcome back everybody. Today you join me in my shed at home. We actually built this about 7 or 8 years ago, I believe now. There'll be a link in the description down below for that build. That was on my dad's channel. I think that was on the Retro Restore one. And I've had a couple of lawnmowers in my backyard for a year or two now. These have been sitting here, and I just thought I want to get them out of the way. I'm not going to go in depth showing you how to service this lawnmower because we've done it before and there's hundreds of videos online and I don't keep wanting to repeat myself. What I'll do is I thought I'd just bring you in. I've got this McCulloch, it's a 46 cut, it's a wide cut this one, it's a self-drive. Obviously someone's been in there because you can tell by the filters round the wrong way, and what it did have, I've lost the other part of it, but the chap actually hit a concrete boulder edging he had round his garden. So it did shatter that, so he did give me that. I've got the original blade for it. I've had a quick look underneath it. It doesn't appear to have bent the crank, so I'm just going to go on the fact that it hasn't bent it. It's just done that in. But this chap, when he bought it, it's a 2008 this model. He bought it and he said he'd done it about 6 months of owning it. It did just sit in his garage doing nothing, and then he decided to sell it, and obviously I bought it a couple of years ago. It did come with all the bookwork and all that, so it has been left out in my ownership, so it is covered in leaves and all that, and it probably hasn't helped it a bit because it's somewhere around here somewhere. There's a bit of bubbling paint now, but it is still a solid deck. It's still got the belt on underneath. It is all here now. I did actually buy online a new boss for it, so we will be getting that fitted on. I just had to nip down my dad's though because I had to fetch a bolt, because I say the chap did give me the bolt and the other bit of that, but it's been 2 years now and stuff gets put somewhere. I'll probably find it once I've done this mower, so let's get started and get it going again hopefully. Right, so I'll just quickly bring you in for a little look round it. As I say, it's starting to flake now where I'd left it outside really. I shouldn't have done that, but you know what happens, things take toll and you forget about stuff that you've got. So I've just been sorting out the garden actually, so now I saw these two in the corner, so I thought I'd get on it. I say it's not too bad. It's got the wash down facility for the under the deck once you finish using it to connect a hose onto. It's all there. Comes complete with a grass bag. All the cabling is, I say, well, it's basically new basically. So I'll just show you underneath. It's a bit dark under there, you can't really see much, but it's pretty clean under there. He said it did run. The only reason it stopped running was because he smashed the blade off. So what we'll start by doing is taking this air filter off. There is a bit of oil in there, not too bad. I should say that's probably where the chap has tipped it up to see what's been going on underneath there. So we'll just put that to one side a minute. All the springs look fine, just a bit of surface dust on there. So it's pretty much new underneath here, not a lot of grime at all on it. Tank's in good nick. Usually this flakes off, this paint on here. So I will get a bit of a cleaner in here and I'll give this a bit of a clean up. But while we're here, let's just check the oil on it. I say this is probably original oil since it was new in 2008. So we'll just give that a clean. And it's just on point, that oil, and it's nice and clean still, look. So I won't bother changing that. I'm happy with that. It's up to level and it's still pretty clean. We can put that in and forget about that. What I'm going to do now is I'll put you on a bit of time lapse. I'm just going to give the mower a bit of a clean down. I'll come back to you when we've done. Also the tank's clean inside, clean and empty, so that's a good start. Right then, I've given that filter a clean up. It's not come up too bad. I'm not going to bother replacing that because I say there's still loads of life left in that. So we can stick that back in its case. Just remember to put your paper gasket back in. And we'll stick that back on there. The mower's not come up too bad. I do miss the old air compressor though, for blowing all the crap out of them. It's not in too bad, Nick. My fault for leaving it outside. Weathered it quite a bit, that has. I don't know if you could tell from the wheels, they're still brand, they've done no work, they've still brand new tread on them all the way round. So we'll just quickly whip this plug out. Again, no doubt there shouldn't be any problems with this. Yeah, that's all right. As you can see, it's not bad at all, that. So we'll just wind that back in. There we go. Right, we'll get this mower tip back now. I'm not going to stick the plug cap on yet because we're messing about underneath now. So we can have a look under here now. So it's still got the belt, as I say. Right, so as you can see, I've put the boss on. It's all fitted on nicely. Might have to adjust the belt. Won't know until we get fully done with that. But put the blade on first. Right, so as you can see there, we're fully back on now. I'm going to put the mower on its 4 wheels. We'll stick some fresh fuel in it, and then I think we'll go for a start up to see if we have got any vibration or bent crank. So let's get some fuel in it and we'll take it from there. Right then, so I'll put some fuel in it. I'll give it 4 primes to give it a chance. HT leads back on. Let's go for it. Too bad, it could do a bit of speeding up. Self-drive work. A bit sticky that. I've not actually got the hand on it. So we'll have to do an adjustment on this self-drive. So there we go, we've just got to burn that oil off. I can hear it bubbling in that exhaust actually. So what I'll do is I'll probably just disconnect that drive for a minute. I'll let it warm up. We'll burn all that oil off. Then I'll have a look at the drive. So I'm just going to get this running for a bit now and I'll be back with you. Right, so what I've done now is I've brought this other one in. This is the Mountfield 420 HP, which is hand propelled. And that other one's running now. I left it running. It took about 15 minutes to get where it needs to be, cleared the smoke up, and it's running spot on now. I've had a quick look at the drive on it. It does look like a seized cable, so I've tried to put in a bit of a squirt down there to free it up a bit, but I think it's going to have to come off the cable so I can get right underneath where the gearbox is, because I ain't got very good access there. So I will have to take that cable off on that one, but I thought I'd bring this one in now. Again, I can't remember, this one's been in the garden for a couple of years or so now. I took it as a trade-in, I think. I can't remember. It's been that long. I haven't tried starting it. If I remember rightly, I have actually cut my grass with this one a couple of times. So I think it is a runner. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to give it a clean up. I'm not going to go too mad because it's got flaky paint on it. I don't want all that to come off, so I will give it a clean. We'll check the oil, check the filter. I don't think I'm going to do the carb on it because I say it was running. So once we've got it all back together again, cleaned up, if it is running a bit funny, it's only a 5-minute job to do the carb. It's just 2 bolts, one at the front, one at the side, and the air filter off. What we're going to do now is we'll start with a little clean again, and we'll get this air filter off. We'll check the plug, check the oil, we'll have a look what's going on underneath, and hopefully we can get ready to give this a little start. So I'll stick you on a bit of time lapse now while I give this a clean up and we'll start getting bits off. Right, so as you can see, I've cleaned that up the best I can. I'm not replacing it because this is just going to be a cheap mower at the end of the day. It's just been sitting around for a couple of years and I just want to out it now. So it will have a cleaned air filter in it. I will also be putting a new spark plug in because that one is a bit rotten. So, but I don't know if you noticed there, but when I took this off in the time lapse, people are still actually putting it the wrong way round when you can see the actual moulding. So it was actually squashed under there with that point, trying to point out of there. So I say it always happens. So we'll just pop that back down. I've got a new B2LM plug. So we'll just whip that in. There we go. What I'm also going to do is I'm going to be taking this speed control off. It doesn't really need to be on there, so I will be removing that. I don't see the point of it. This one is not doing nothing at all. So, oh, that's because the cable's snapped. So I'll say it will be coming off. It doesn't need to be there really. These run at 1 speed. So what I'm going to do now is we'll take this top part off up here, which looks like an 8mm, and then we'll just unclamp this little screw down here. It's a bit dark in here, so there's a little flathead screw there, but it's a bolt with a slot in it, so you can just wind that out. We'll just take that out, and then we can pull that out there, and then we'll reset that in a minute. And this is the bolt in question. As you can see, the cable should go through there, but it's actually snapped down there, so not a problem. And again, 8mm bolt. So we sometimes get spare cables out of this one, but obviously this one's broken, so it'll be going straight in the bin. Handy to keep the handle. I say I don't normally use them, but sometimes you do get people where they bring you a mower for service, or they've actually broken these handles off. So, and if it's a customer's, I'd like to replace it if they bought it in with one. So the actual unit, and we just pull that cable out of there, get rid of the cable, and then you've got yourself a nice spare lever there. So let's just put that to one side. I've checked the oil in it. The oil's fine. It's not worth changing. I'm just going to get a cable tie just to tie this back up, because I just had to cut this cable here. So put a cable tie back round here. Just keeps the cables together, keeps it a tidier job. Right, so this is as much as I'm going to be doing on this mower. I'll say I've checked the oil, that's alright. Underneath, alright, nothing to worry about. But this is what I mean, it's all flaky under there. It's still solid, but the paint's a bit flaky on it, and it's just got a bit of sunburn on the paint there. I mean, I have done in the past, polish these up with the polishing pad on the drill, but when it's got flaky bits like that, yeah, the drill could tend to rip that off. So I'm just going to leave it like that. Again, this one does come with the Mountfield grass bag collector, so it'll do someone a nice little turn. All working as it should. Also, we've still got the old original sticker board here with a few of your stickers on. I've actually got another sticker down at my dad's house to put on the board down there, and that's for Dick's Small Engines Repair. So there will be a link in the description down below for Dick's channel. If you haven't got Dick, go over and check him out. But I say I haven't got the sticker with me, it's at my dad's in the polytunnel, so I'll just give him a shout out now, and I'll say link will be in the description down below. What we're going to do now is we'll take this outside, we'll give it a start, and to see where we need to adjust this running idle, and we'll go from there. So I'll see you outside. Right then, so I'm going to give it a few primes. I like to put some fuel in it because I say it had been sat for a year and a half, 2 years, so whatever was in it has evaporated. Or I say I did use it, so it might have run out and I just left it. So either way, it's got some fresh fuel in it. So let's give it a go. Hold on, did I put the HT lead back on? No. Don't say nothing, Mick. Gosh, it sounds sweet. Right, so there it is with the grass bag on it. I just want to show you something now that I've just noticed. Now I've been stood behind it. So when I stood behind it with it running, I don't know if you can pick it up very well in the picture, but I noticed the handle's leaning to the right a bit. And I've just had a look down here. It's actually broke there, and someone's just screwed that bit in. So I think I've got a spare handle in the polytunnel, so I'm hoping it's the same fitment as this, and then it will be good to go then. But otherwise, for a cheap little mower for someone, that's ideal. Right then, so I'm going to leave it here for this little midweek. It's a bit of a tinkering video. So I weren't really going to show you how to service a mower, because I say there's plenty of videos out there how to do that now. So I just thought I'd put the camera on while I was getting these two ready. I say there will be a link in the description down below for Dick's Small Engine. Also, if you haven't already, don't forget to hit that bell notification down below, hit the subscribe button. There's about 48% of my viewers now that ain't subscribed to the channel, so the analytics is saying. So it'd be nice if a few more of you could hit that button. We appreciate that. If you haven't already, there's a link down below for the Amazon wish list as well, if you want to have a look at that. I do still get asked about if I need anything, people would like to send me something. So there is a link down below in the description for the Amazon wish list. So I'm going to leave it here for this little video. And until next time, we'll see you about.